Okay. Now, what is software? Will you all able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
Everybody clear?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Before going to talk about what is software, anyone can explain what is software? Why do we need a software? Everybody talking, I'm working in a software organization, I'm doing this, that, and all those things, right? So,
Yes,
what
yes.
is the purpose of software?
Software
Software
basically
is a
is
kind
a
of
sorry.
Yeah, one at a time. One at a time. Yeah,
a
please go
software
ahead.
is a software is a application which helps us to interact between suppose two persons or of a domain or a institution to a end user.
Okay. Can I say software is used to build application? Software is used to build applications. You all understand my point? Can I say software is used to build applications? Any kind of applications, I can say. Any kind of applications, right? That is the purpose we are using software. Or you got my point? So, what is applications? What is an application? Can anyone tell me what is an application?
An application is a group of web pages which can be which are mostly interactive.
Can I say application is nothing but a set of rules combined together?
Okay.
Application is a set of rules combined together. Example, example, calculator. Is it an application or not? Calculator is an application? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Is my calculator an application or not?
Yes, sir.
Why we are calling calculator as an application? Can anyone tell me why we are calling calculator as an application?
Because, sir, inside the calculator we define the set of rule.
Come again?
He's saying
Calculator
in calculator we can define set of rules.
Come again?
In
calculator is like
calculator we
right
can define set of
with
rules.
business logic.
See, if you look into calculator, can I say add is a rule? Adding two number is a rule or not?
Yes, yes,
Yes, it is a
Can I say minus subtract is a rule or not?
yes.
Can I say multiplication is a rule or not? Please unmute yourself, talk so that I will be more happy. Hello.
yes, sir. All are set of rules.
So, to combine all these rules, I am building an application called calculator. Understand my point? To build a calculator application, the reason behind is I'm going for different rules. Add is one rule, subtract is one rule, multiplication is another rule, division is another rule. Or you got my point? To build all these applications, we required calculator. Clear my point? Everybody clear? Say yes or no. At least
Yes, sir.
type in chat yes or no. I'll be more happy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, say yes or no in the chat at least. Yes. Okay, Swati. Where are you from, Swati?
I'm from Andhra Pradesh.
Come again.
Andhra. I'm from Andhra.
You're from Andhra. Okay, very good.
Yes.
You're right now in India or outside?
India only.
India only. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Okay, now you understand, right? So to build any application, we require software. What is software? Software is used to build any kind of application. What is application? Set of rules. To build a calculator, you required programming language or not? To build
Yes.
any
We need.
application, we required a programming language. Say yes or no? Please say yes or no.
Yes,
Without a
sir.
programming language, can I build an application? Is it possible?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Why? Because programming language, programming language will help me to define the construction of rules in an application. Rules in an application. Am I right or wrong? To construct addition of two number, to construct multiplication of two number, to construct division of two number, to construct subtraction of two number, I need a programming language. It can be anything. In Java, you required core Java. In Java, you required what Java? Core Java. In .NET, you required C#.NET. Or you got my point? These are all the programming language. In Python, you required core Python. Core Python. To build any application, these are all the programming language you require. Or you got my point? Forget about you are working in .NET, forget about you are working in Java, forget about you are working in Python. Any basic programmer should require a programming language. That programming language will be called it as core Java, C#.NET, Python. Or you got my point? Now coming back to that, the applications are classified into two types. Applications are broadly classified into two types. What are all those? One is
Desktop.
desktop application. One is desktop application. Second one is client server application. Client server application. Do you all understand what is desktop application? What is client server application? Anyone can tell me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can anyone tell me what is desktop application? What is client server application?
Desktop application means it has to be individually installed into the user's machine, and like it is like it behaves like a single page application, whereas
It is a exe file.
a client server application is hosted on the server, and the end user will only require a browser and internet connection to access that.
Okay. See, desktop application means, let's take an example of same calculator. Can I use this calculator from this computer to another computer? Is possible? See, the application calculator can be accessed in another machine or same machine.
Machine.
Come on, guys. I need an answer. Be active. You will get lot of whether my desktop application should be available in my own computer or a different computer. It can be
Own
accessed
computer.
computer.
Own computer.
Come again?
Yes, sir. Own computer.
It will
Own
run
computer.
only on my own computer. Can I say application? Can I say the statement like this? Look into the statement. Application which had been installed and executed only on the same machine, is known as desktop application. Can I say this? The statement is correct. The
Yes, sir.
application which had been installed and executed only on the same machine is known as desktop application. Example, calculator. Can I say MS Word is my desktop application? Will your MS Word can be accessed with another computer after install? Is possible?
No. No, sir.
Can I say MS Excel is a desktop application?
Yes.
All these
Yes.
applications
No, sir.
are installed in a single computer, can be accessed in the same computer. It will not accessed in different computer. Am I right or not? So that is why these applications are called as desktop applications. Now coming back to client server application. Before going to talk about client server application, let me take a paint. Will you all able to see my desktop? Paint desktop?
Yes, sir.
Look into this paint desktop. I take this two machines. How many machines I'm taking? I'm taking multiple machines. Machine 1, machine 2, machine 3. How many machines I have right now? How many machines I have?
3.
I have machine 1. Let me change this. Let me change it to Arial. Bold. Arial. Arial block. Arial block. I'm putting the size as 26. Bold. Now machine 1. Okay, here I'm going to have machine 2. Okay, and this is my machine. In machine 1, you are trying to access google.com. Will the google.com will execute in the same machine, or will you get the results from the same machine, or will you get from the internet? Say yes or no.
Yep, from
Whenever you
internet.
use a URL google.com, whenever you use a URL facebook.com, what will happen? For example, I'm having facebook.com. Okay, what will happen is these are all client machines. These are all client machines. Or you got my point? These are all your client machines. What will happen? These client machines will make a request to server. The server process the request, return a response back to the client. Same way, server make a request, return a response back to the client. You understand my point? Say yes or no? Everybody?
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
Or
sir.
you got my point? So
Yes,
server
sir.
make a request to the client, makes a request. Let's example, take your example. You are going to a bank. You are going to a bank. Who is the client in the bank? You are a client, right?
Customers.
Customers are called as client. You want to know the detail of your account. Will they directly give you the information? No, right? You make a request to them saying that I want to know my account detail. Am I right? Once you make an account detail, they will get that information, they will process it, they finally give you back to the response saying that this is your account statement. Am I right or wrong? Say yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Same way, client server technology will be processed. There could be a plenty of customer browsers will accessing the same URL, process in your server, processing it, generate a response. That response sends back to the client. Clear my point? Everybody clear my point? Say
Yes,
yes, sir.
sir.
So now if you look into the application here, can you define the statement? Web client. Who is your web client? Your browser. End user browser. Web client is end user browser will make a request to the server. Right? What is server here? Web server. I got my point. Web server. End user will make a request to the browser. Okay. Will make a request to the web server. The server will receive the request, process the request, and generate the response back to the client. Generate the response back to the client is known as client server technology. Client server application, or I can say client server technology. Will you all agree with this point? Say yes or no? Do you all agree with this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody. I want answer from
Yes, sir.
everybody. Feel free to talk.
Yes,
Nobody
yes,
will
sir.
question,
Yes, sir.
ask you anything.
Yes, sir.
Come again. Feel free to talk.
Sir, desktop applications we use WCF only na in .NET.
Come again.
Sir, for creating a desktop application using .NET, we use WCF only na.
Raghavendra. Desktop application.
Sir, means to create a desktop application using .NET framework, we use WCF only.
I'm sorry,
WCF.
guys. I'm unable to listen your voice. Probably I will ship the laptop tomorrow. I'm not clearly understand. Can you type in the chat so that I can answer? Type in the chat. Please type in the chat. Okay, fine. You type in the chat. Meanwhile, let me go. Okay, so this is how we can call this one as a client. We can call this one is your server. Or you got my point? That is how we are developing client server application. So what type of application can I build? Web application. I can build web APIs. I can build, and then mobile based applications I can build. Can I say all these applications are client server applications or not? Anything you want to build an application with the help of websites, I can go for web application. Anything I want to get data from the different servers, I can go for APIs. Anything I want to build a mobile application will be called it as web application. Clear my point? Everybody clear? Say yes or no.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, yes,
Patti
sir.
Kumar, Lakshman Nakala, Ranjan Kumar, Krishna Reddy,
Yes, sir.
Samir Srivatsa,
Yes, sir.
Manish Kumar,
Yes, sir.
Chandrasekhar,
Yes.
Sumit,
Yes, sir.
Sumit Dakar, Bandi Kumar, Swati Kolli, Abhijit Ghosh, Shamji, Gatta Suresh. See, there are a lot of people are there. Okay, you guys can learn technology as soon as possible. Now come back to here. Now the point here is, what is ASP.NET Core? Anyone can explain what is ASP.NET Core? It is a framework. It is a framework used to build web applications. It is a framework used to build web applications. Or you got my point? What type of framework? This framework will deploy in any operating systems. Any operating systems. What is meant by any operating system? What are the operating system we know? We have
Yeah,
Windows
Windows
operating system.
and Linux.
Mac.
Mac Windows.
We have Linux operating system. We have Unix operating system, etc. So my
So what is Ubuntu?
ASP.NET Core can be developed and deployed in any operating system. Or you got my point? So
Sir, what is
based on,
Ubuntu?
come again,
Ubuntu. What is Ubuntu?
Saudakar Bosle. What do you want?
Ubuntu. What is Ubuntu? Ubuntu.
Can you type in chat if you don't mind? See, for creating desktop application, we use WinForms or WPF. Both we can do. WinForms, direct plain applications. Okay. WPF, we are using a XAML with the help of MVVM design pattern. That is older technology. Okay. For that, we are using it. Ubuntu is also one of the technology. You all understand? Can I continue? Say yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now coming back, let me take a small scenario I will give today, and then we can wind off. Okay. Let's take an example. I am building an application here. Let's take an example of eStore application. A web application I am installing, known as eStore. eStore application. Let's take example of Swiggy and all. What are all the modules you can able to build in this eStore application? How many modules are there in this eStore application? Can anyone tell me? Think practically. Can I have a user management module where I'm going to manage all the users? Say yes or no?
Yes. And yeah, yes. And other details like
And then, can I have a product module where I need to maintain all products? Any user who logs in Swiggy portal or Zomato portal or any Amazon portal, they need to purchase a product. Am I right? Say yes or no. Will they
Yes,
need to
sir.
purchase a product? To purchase product, they need a product module. They need a user module. Third one is order management module. Once they identified a product against the user, I want to make an order. Fourth one is dispatcher module. Once the order has been successful, will I need a dispatcher module? Fifth one is admin module, where they need to maintain all the products, they need to maintain the order, they need to maintain the user, all these things. So how many modules are there in this particular application? To build a basic application, e-store application, how many modules are there? How many modules are there?
Yeah, 5.
Five.
Five
Five.
modules. Now my question here is, assume I have a client one. Okay, listen carefully. I have a client one, I have client two, I have client three. Okay, this guy is looking for user module to register himself in the application, and this guy is looking for order module, and this guy is looking for dispatcher module. All of a sudden, my order got not working here. All of a sudden, my order management module is not working. Will the application can access with the user module? If my order is failed, my order module is failed, will my application can be accessible for user module, product module, dispatcher module?
Yes.
Yes.
Think carefully. All the modules are in single application. Think carefully. If one module got failed, the entire application will get failed or not?
Yes, yes, sir.
Fail. Fail.
Yes.
Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, yes, yes, sir.
If
Yes,
one
sir.
If any
particular
module is not
module
working in
fails,
application, yes.
the entire application will go down. That means this architecture will be called it as monolithic architecture. Monolithic architecture. Understand my point? What is monolithic architecture?
Monolithic.
Monolithic
Yeah.
architecture is a drawback for an application or not? See, right now you are using a small project, small application. Think in a big projects. You are working for a bank, you are working for an insurance company, you are working for a different customers or a different type of domains. Monolithic is a good choice or bad choice?
Bad choice.
Why?
Bad choice.
If the
Why?
one module is crashed, everything entire system goes shut down.
If one
See, Windows
particular
are-
module is got failed, everything will got failed. Nothing will not work. Assume a Swiggy portal or Zomato portal. A particular module got failed. A particular payment is not working fine. The entire Swiggy or Zomato will be get failed or not? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
If everything got failed, will you be will you be happy? Not happy, right?
Not happy. Not happy.
And almost 2 to 3 days that particular issue was not resolved. What will happen? How much of money the Swiggy or Zomato going to be lost across the India? Crores and crores of rupee, right?
Yes, sir.
So is it a right choice to go for monolithic architecture?
Right.
No.
No,
It is
sir.
a right choice to go for a
No,
monolithic
no. It's
architecture
not
or
right.
not?
Not
No.
correct.
No, sir.
It is
No,
not
sir.
a right choice to go
Right.
for monolithic architecture. Okay, monolithic architecture is not a right choice. Monolithic architecture is not a right choice to build in enterprise applications. You all understand what is enterprise application? For a particular Swiggy, it is an enterprise or not? It is a company or not? It is an organization or not? Swiggy is an organization. That means it is an enterprise. Zomato is an organization. That means it is an enterprise. Am I right or not? So, to
Right,
build
sir.
enterprise applications, monolithic architecture is not a right fit. Everybody clear? Everybody clear or not?
Yes, sir.
So to avoid the situation, to avoid such situation, we need to go for microservices. Understand my point? Every module, every individual module will be designed as a microservice. Clear my point? Let's take an example. User module, I can build as a user microservice. It's an independent service. Payment module, sorry, product module, I can build a product microservice. Say yes or no? Say yes or no? Order module,
Yes, sir.
I can build a order microservice. Last one is dispatcher module. I can build a dispatcher
Microservices.
microservices. Final one is admin module. I'm going to build a admin
Microservices.
microservice. If any one service got failed, for example, order module is failed, will my product service, my user service, my dispatcher service, my admin service will go down?
Failed.
No, sir, not go under. Sir.
It will not go down. Why?
Yes.
It's independent.
Yes,
It will
right, like
be
that. Independent.
it will be
Not
independent.
depending on other modules.
It will not depend on other module. So
Yes.
if you look into here, listen carefully. I'm creating a server. Okay. In this server, I am building three services: service 1, service 2, service 3, service 4. Okay. Each service has a different data, independent databases. Understand my point? Every application will have its own database. What is the module 1? User. User is a microservice. Microservice. I can say yes. Here I have a product microservice. Product micro. Here I have a order
Order.
micro. It's all different application. Each box is a different application. Okay. Another one is what? Dispatcher
Dis-
micro. Dispatcher micro. So how many micros you have? 4 micros. Every micro have its own user DB. I got my point. And product DB. And I have order DB. And I can have dispatcher DB. Dispatcher DB.
DB.
I got my point. So what will happen? All these applications are connected. Clear my point?
Sir, I have one doubt, sir.
Yeah, please.
I think
Ravi,
if you work in real time, yeah, all the modules are in same DB, right?
come again.
Sir, if you are working in real time, all modules are connected with single DB, right? Not separated
No,
separate DB for product
no,
and.
it will be in a different DB. If they are connecting with the same DB, it is not a microservice architecture. Microservice
Okay.
architecture always have an independent DB for each service. Clear my
Sir,
point?
that sir,
For
that
suppose, sir, if
makes
it's a real, Sorry, one second.
Database can be in a SQL server or a same, na? I mean, so no need to be
Saudagar, I'm not
Hello.
able to understand your voice. If you want to talk, please chat so that I can answer. I'm sorry. Please chat. I will answer. Definitely, I will answer, Saudagar. Ravi, please go ahead.
Yes, sir.
You
Actually, if
understand,
we
right?
working on real, yeah, understand, but little bit confusion, sir.
Come again?
Understanding, but little bit confusion in regarding DB, sir. If you're working in real time means if you have one each store application, what
Hmm.
you say like that only in that application we have some 5 modules.
Hmm.
For in 5 modules have the separate DB or a single DB, sir.
For
I
example,
will,
if I'm using a same DB, if the DB got failed, entire module will stop. Some
yes,
issue with the DB. All the
okay,
modules got stopped, or it
yes,
will
sir.
work.
No, sir. If the DB stop means entire data not getting for applications.
So, is it a right approach to go for a single DB or multiple DB?
Yeah, multiple DB is right approach. Based if suppose if one first
It
DB is
depends
not
on the
working,
organization. See, sometimes what happened is they would have developed a bad legacy systems. They maintain all the data in the same database. That time they can't able to do it. If you are using a legacy projects, older projects which are developed 10 years back, which they maintain a single database, they can't do it.
yeah.
Okay.
Sir, actually, my thinking
Yeah,
is
please.
actually, yeah, I think in the single DB we have some separate tables like user table, product table, and order dispatching
But
table, order table.
even your database itself down. Even if you have maintained
Okay.
a single different table, what is the point, Ravi? Entire your DB instance is crashed. What will happen?
Yeah. If DB is crashed means not getting any details.
That is what I'm saying. In
Okay.
microservice, people always use maintain different DB. They won't maintain a single DB. If they are maintaining a single DB, that is not a right choice.
Okay.
Or you got my point? See, it is not only based on the front end application. It is also
Okay.
rely on the database. If your front end alone is not required, your back end also should be independent.
Mhm.
Clear my point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank
If your back end is not associated and your front end is alone will be associated, there is no point of microservice. They can say it is a microservice, but typically it is not a microservice.
you. Okay.
Got the point?
Yeah, got it, sir. Thank
See, how many of you worked in 2008, 9, 10? That time we talk about SOA, service oriented architecture. Do you all remember that? Before in 2017 and 2018, there is an architecture called service oriented architecture. In service oriented architecture also, people will maintain different databases. They won't maintain a single database. Why? Because they want each service should be run independently with respect to data or everything. Clear my point?
you. Yes, sir.
Everybody clear? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, I want to get an answer.
Yes, sir.
So now, if you see here in this architecture, I have lack of resources in .NET. This particular can be developed using Java. This can be developed in .NET. Can I do it or not? This can be developed in Python. This can be developed in some JS, JavaScript
Okay.
queries.
Like
Can
not.
we do this? Can we do this? A .NET team can build product microservice. A Java team can build user microservice. But end of the day, everybody's serving the same call, same client. For that, they will have a one more called API gateway. I will explain that tomorrow. What is API gateway? Don't worry about it. Right now, don't get confused. Control is that. Now, what happened? This client can talk to user service. This client can talk to product service. This client can talk to order service. This client can talk to dispatcher service. If your product service got failed, will the client stop accessing the user service? Say yes or no?
No.
No.
No, right?
No.
If your client stop accessing the user service, will the product order or will not stop, right? So is it a good architecture or bad architecture?
Good one.
Come again?
Good one.
Good
Good
one.
one. Or you got my point? So this is the one we are going to build in next 4 to 5 months. I will explain tomorrow what are all the topics we are going to build, what is our final goal, end of the course, what we are going to learn. I can explain this tomorrow. Is it okay?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, okay,
Sure.
sir.
Tomorrow, but sir, what will be the
Sir,
timing?
same time, sir.
Same time, 9 o'clock.
Oh, thank
No
you.
9
change.
Okay, sir.
No change in the time.
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
am I
Okay, sir.
audible?
Yeah, please. Let me
Sir,
stop the
actually,
recording.
yes, sir.